Hey sightseers, one of the things that I wanted to make a point of doing on this epic cross-country adventure was to get out and explore more of our national parks, more of our national forests, etc. Because in our own backyard, which is America, there's just a ton of these places, these beautiful places, and I don't think they get enough credit. I mean, obviously places like Yellowstone and the Grand Tetons and, you know, the well-known parks people are flocking to and exploring. But how many of you have even heard of the Shawnee National Forest? To be honest, I didn't until I did some research looking for a place to stay down in southern Illinois, and that's how I came upon it. So as we tour across the country here, you're gonna find that we're gonna be stopping at a few more of these more obscure, out of the way national parks. And today this is one of those places that's part of the Shawnee National Forest that we're stopping at and taking a look-see at, which is the Illinois Iron Furnace. Sound intriguing? I thought so. So let's take a walk over there and see what that's all about. So here is what remains of the iron furnace. It actually reminds me of a pyramid the way it's structured, but if you look at it you can see there's probably two separate chimneys that existed. According to the plaque, which I'll show you here, there were other buildings that were involved in this process which are no longer standing today. There was a wooden loading bridge that came up across the back, across the top there, and then down below there would have been a water wheel and a casting shed and the eastern shed, and then of course this here is where they heated up the iron ore. So that's really kind of interesting that the stone structures are still here. We'll take a walk inside because I guess you can walk through the tunnel there. But before we do that, there's a few more placards. Marty's standing over by them. We'll go check those out. So what we're looking at, as I said before, is an iron furnace. It is the only remaining iron furnace here in Illinois. It is a part of the Shawnee National Forest. It became a part of the National Forest in 1950. This placard talks about how the furnace was originally built back in 1837, and it was one of only two iron furnaces in the Shawnee Hills region of southern Illinois. It was using what's called a charcoal blast method for producing high quality iron ore. At some point it became unprofitable, like many things do, and the last furnace fires flickered out and died in 1883. And what you see here is a reconstruction. It was actually reconstructed twice. The first time was in 1856. They rebuilt and enlarged it. And then again in 1967, then they reconstructed it, and that's what you get to see here today. That, folks, is not a pile of doo-doo. It is actually a black walnut, and black walnuts are prized. And I'm assuming that it came from one of these trees around us. Marty's walking up with one. I'm pretty sure they sell for pretty good money.
Black walnut wood? Yeah, big money.
Looking up on the tunnel here. Oh, well, it looks like you can't walk all the way through. For some reason I was thinking you would be able to, but obviously not, because this is the end of the line, or the end of the line where the iron ore came out. Trying to make a joke there and it was kind of cheesy. Looks like people have been leaving remnants of themselves behind. Here's one, Shelby, and then KT loves MH, whoever that is. Looks like Mabel's gonna be able to say that she was inside an iron ore furnace. What do you think of that, Mabel? Are you the first little dog to ever be inside an iron ore furnace? I don't know. Kind of cool. Interesting. Historic culture, historic remnants here in Illinois. Well, that pretty much sums up what's here. This is listed as a picnicking spot. It's a little too cold today to be doing any sort of picnicking. And actually, Marty and I have been outside for quite a while now. We were filming at another location. You'll have to check out that video. But I think we're gonna go try and warm up a bit. Might have to make myself some hot cocoa. What do you think, Marty? Should we go warm up?
Yeah, I'm freezing.
Yeah, me too. I don't know how much longer we're gonna be sticking around in these parts. We went from 80 degrees down to what? It's 48 today. Drastic drop in temperature. That storm that came through yesterday must have been in front of a cold front or part of a cold front, and now it's cold. And you know,
that's why they call it a cold front, because it's cold.
Yeah, and well, on our adventure here, the whole point is to try and avoid the cold to some degree. I mean, if we wanted cold, we could have just stayed back in Wisconsin, I guess. Check this out, I found my first waterfall on the trip. Albeit it's a bit tiny, but it is a waterfall. Alright, so you guys were wondering where Bigfoot was? Well, we found Bigfoot Crossing along with a family of Bigfoots. What do you think? A lot of tourists come through these parts. You've been nibbling on their bones. I know these big turkey vultures want to nibble on me because they're swarming me. Yeah, like that big bad guy up there. Scary. This is gonna hit the spot. Hot, chilly on a cold, blustery day. That was so good, I'm gonna have to have another bowl. And yeah, I can pack it away. Right, Marty?
Well.
Wow, look at that view. That's just cool. Here's the Ohio River in all its majestic glory. Isn't that just amazing? Yeah, I know it's a dark, gloomy, cloudy day, but even in the dark, gloomy clouds, it's a beautiful view. Man, such a steep drop too. The trail we hiked up was 0.15 miles and full of switchbacks. Obviously, this is the reason why. You get way up here. You can look down over the Ohio River. Pretty dang awesome if you ask me. What do you think, Marty?
Cool.
Yeah, that was really cool. And Tiamoka got a workout, so they should sleep good tonight. Here's something I've never seen before. It's some kind of weird tree fruit. It looks kind of like a brain. If anybody knows what that is, leave it in the comment section below. I do know it comes from a tree. There's a bunch of them laying around at the foot of the tree that's got one single one left up in it. You can see it right up there. Special thanks goes out to all our fellow sightseers here on Patreon and PayPal. Without you, these videos wouldn't be possible.